Hello guys, back again, and this time around I want to talk about something cool. So, Nintendo, when they announced their Amiibo figures, besides, I don't know where they came up with the name, but whatever, it's Amiibo Figures, that's what they're called, that's what we're going to name as. I'm still getting them, I think they're really cool. But, when Nintendo first announced these games will be supported more games than just Super Smash Brothers, and they hinted that they would work with Mario Kart 8 somehow, though they haven't clarified that yet. Hyrule Warriors was kind of seemed like it was left out because it was in there. It was the game released before Super Smash Bros. So it was like they never said anything about. People said, okay, well obviously the Amiibos aren't going to work with that. There's been no announcement. It's being done by Temco. Koei probably not going to have support. Well, they made it clear that the Link Amiibo will work with Hyrule Warriors, which leaves the question: in the second wave of the Amiibo figures, Zelda comes out. So is she going to be working with Hyrule Warriors? And again, it's cool. Again, I think it's cool, and Nintendo's best interest that their games work with the Amiibos. The more games that work with them, the more likely you want to get them, and you feel like you get your value out of it, right? And just curious what they're going to do. Again, this is a company that has Pokemon. You wonder when we're going to see a major Pokemon push in Amiibos, because you think that would be coming down the line at some point. But that's not what I'm going to talk about now. But I'm just saying, because they've done Pokemon, like all the different characters throughout the games, it's going to be curious how they're going to keep this going. Like, is it going to be, okay, this Amiibo only works with this game, and this series when it comes out, but this series, these won't work? It'll be interesting to see how this works out for them. Again, as long as the figures continually be used in games, I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with saying, like, okay, here's a Link character now, and a year from now we're going to have a different Link character, but as long as they both work with the games, I'm good with it, kind of thing. But it will be interesting to see how, since Nintendo said they will work with future games, it's going to be interesting to see what characters work with one games. Because, I mean, I don't believe every game would have every character work with it. But it will be interesting to see how they're going to pull this off. Like, you make a Mario game, right? Let's say a new Mario game comes out a year from now, another one. Will the Amiibo characters work with that game? And then how would you make that work, right? I mean, Mario Kart's kind of simple. You'd think that seems to kind of the simplest of all to do it. But, and of course, Hyrule Warriors seems kind of simple because it is a, based fighting game. And, you wonder if eventually these characters would have some kind of DLC with them, or would unlock certain things in the game with that game if you bought that character. Kind of incentive to buy because you get extra stuff with this one game or something. But again, it's cool that, again, this character works with Hyrule Warriors. It was kind of unexpected. I don't think a lot of people were banking that it would work with that game, but it is cool that, hey, Link will work with this game. So if you own the game, when this November 21st, when the first wave comes out, boom, you ought to get that character. That'd be awful interesting, again, because it's like, well, here, you got a month from now, this character comes out, you can buy it, bam, works for the game. It's, again, a kind of cool thing. Again, I think Nintendo will do the Amiibos right. They said they're going to support games with it. I don't doubt they will, because they have to, because they've seen the market that Skylanders draws in. They've seen the market that Disney Infinity draws in. For those people who may be like, okay, I did the Skylander thing for three games, I'm kind of waned off it now, they might be looking for something like that, and this might be it. Again, for me, someone who's been a long time, Nintendo game player and fan, I'm going to eventually get some because I like the characters, right? And then the others will basically be on if, do I really want every Amiibo or do I not, right? You got to give me games to get them, right? Like, if you want me to get all these figures, you got to give me the games to play them with. Anyway, what do you think about that? They've now, that the new Link Amiibo on November 21st will work with Hyrule Warriors. Think that's kind of cool? If you bought Hyrule Warriors, would you now go out and buy Link so that you can use them in that game? We'd love to hear your guys' opinions like always. I'll make another video soon.